Alright, we have a game two here. So we're playing against Katsu. So we're gonna assume this is the very aggressive, lots of combos Katsu. So we want our sinks, we probably want CNCs, and that's about it. Just for a little bit more interaction. I don't think we want 320s. I think we're 320s in, so I don't think we want those. I think we want some Iron Song Prides instead. Yeah, that's probably fine. Actually, we can leave out the Iron Song Prides and bring in some Fighting Spirits. We're probably going to be racing a lot. So that is 60. We are okay with that. I actually quite like just throwing out the glistening and just being like, block for a billion or you die. But I think we actually do have a pretty neat line of pitching the glistening to overpower. So I am just going to run out the Warrior's Valor here. Pitch the other Warrior's Valor. Of course, the equipment lineup does actually give a decent amount away. The breaking scale suggests they are more aggressive. If they are more defensive, they will be playing Shuko. So we're going to get the sword here. Playing exactly 60 cards as well, so they're not looking to fatigue. And they just throw 9 at us. We are totally happy with that. The E-Strike and the Bonds means they're very likely to be a very aggressive deck. So Glistening is going to be premium here. This is the kind of hand where either we can go, just block with 2 cards and go Valor 6, or we can take a bunch of damage and then go Glistening, Valor, and then Puncture and get it multiple times, which I think I like better. We're going to take one here, obviously, and we're going to throw Bolters at the second one, just because they are likely to turn on Mask a lot. But we don't want to actually give up cards for that, so we're going to just throw our Bolters at it. Plus, we do just want to block with Bolters at some point early on, so we can break them at some point. Spinning Wheel. Good old late tap, huh? I don't mind throwing Courage and Braces under this. We don't really have an easy way to block it otherwise. We don't want to give them Katsu with 2 cards, because they can just go get another Spinning Wheel and present 5. Actually, we can let them go get another Spinning Wheel and present 5, because then we just throw Courage and a card at that. Like Courage and the Valor at that. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to take 4 here. Sure. They decline Katsu here and just pass? What are they thinking? Okay, we're going to Glistening. And we're going to Valor. And then we're going to get in. We are okay with them doing that. Unless they have like a... No, they take damage. We do not want to straight Bolters. We already had go again. And now we do want to pump with our Braces. Pitch our Glint. And get in again. This is for 5. We have the 1 floating up, so even if they give us 2 cards here, we have the Puncture to go over the top, get the 2 extra counters, and just move onwards and upwards. They don't block this, so we are more than happy to use an Arsenal. Dorinthea is one of the heroes who we do want to utilize an Arsenal a lot, so we don't want to destroy our Bolters. And then we want to put the Glint to the bottom first, and then just Arsenal the Puncture, and just ride off our 5-card hands. So Gust Wave for Art of War. Banish a Soul Bead. Yeah, so they're just like hellbent aggro. Which the early glistening is just going to do absolute wonders against. Double Art of War here. We're not really too worried. We still have almost all of our fridge up. And they're not doing this off Tunic. Banish a Muga, even better. All of the modes. Does it not say? Triple Art of War here. Pitching a red. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. Descending for 6. Fridge. They only have one. They only have one red bonds left. What's in their grave? They can bonds. They can't even bonds banish spinning wheel. This is just nothing. They can bonds say go. Yeah, they can just bonds say go. So we want to just throw fridge here. I didn't even look at our hand. So we do want to bottom one of our blues, probably the Warrior's Valor. We draw a route, which is just the dream. Their scales go over the top. That is okay. I hope they realize we are still on 34. Discard Flusterfist, so they're obviously getting bonds. And the bonds will come in for 7. Oh, and they get to go get a red Flusterfist, which is coming in for 7, and then they draw. Sure, I mean, obviously we take this. Drop down to, like, 27. But, like, we just have 3 counters. Like, they get to come in with the Flusterfist for 7. They get to draw. Oh, they get these scalers, I guess. I guess we can actually... We can just preserve our counter set by throwing 3 cards at this Flusterfist. I don't mind that. Let's do that. Like, then there's all 3 of the Art of War's gone. All 3 of the red bonds? It was red bonds, right? Yeah, it was. So all 3 of the red bonds are gone. And we still get to go 6 into 9, 6, which is very strong. And we're only down 2 life. And they're just, like, pretty much completely out of gas. And we have 3 counters on Dawnblade. They can't really afford to just throw 3 cards here because they give up all of their tempo. Even if they do throw 3 cards, we just say, okay, lose our 3 counters, keep the card on Arsenal. And much... No, they are just going to biff natural... Oh, not natural combo, I guess. I mean, yeah, we're happy with that. Most likely could actually... No, just Arsenal pass. So we're going to spoils, pitch one of our hit and runs, and then get in, and then we have double buff into just some juice, pretty much. Choose a reaction. We're not going to choose a reaction. 2 counters. We're not going to destroy our bolters. We're going to buff with the braces and pitch our hit and run to get in again. Still with double buff up. Oh, that was not what I meant to do, but it's actually the same thing. This might actually encourage them more to use their... No, they're just going to eat it. That's fine. And we're just going to pass. I'm going to give them braces here. Reason being, our turn is not super strong. But we do want to preserve our counter, so we're going to give them this and braces and say okay. They don't have breaking skills either, so they have to have something pretty remarkable here to make this sure. Like, we're okay with this. We can just play our 2-card hands here. We still have bolters up. Even if this is another spinning wheel. No, it is a gust wave. We are totally okay with them running out of gust wave. Is this like surging and then gust wave? No, it is just gust wave. We're going to say okay to that. Yep, that's okay. Yellow bonds. I think we are going to throw our spoilers under that. Depending on what they get, because their next card is... So they're going to get another red spinning wheel. We're going to throw our spoils at this, just to stop mask. No reactions. Coda is okay. Like, Snatch would be kind of unfortunate, but like Mask isn't even online, so it's not the end of the world. They're playing Red Solvay, they're probably playing Snatch. Nope, just Coda. Okay. So yeah, we're up 1921. Like, our equipment does more stuff. Oh no, they have that. We do probably want to block, which is unfortunate. I don't mind throwing our courage here. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's fine. This game is interesting. We're just kind of really fighting for tempo, or less fighting for tempo, more just seeing who can block with fewer cards, which is definitely a way to play. See if they throw 2 cards at this, or if they just decide to eat it. I imagine they're eating it here. If they do, we're just going to break up Bolters and come in again for 4. If they throw a Mask and like nothing else, obviously we're puncturing for max value. They are just going to eat it, which is perfectly reasonable. We are going to destroy Bolters. And just get it again. They're going to say no blockerinos. We're going to say that is okay. So this is the kill. Like, we are just not worried at all now. Like, if they could present 21 damage with 4 cards, one of them's only 3, like, that's just fine with us. I guess this takes Hijab's role. Oh, they were playing 100 wins as well. Just like trying to play Fire's gameplay in both Kadachi's and Bombs. We're okay with this. Like, they're triple out of war and we're still on 18. They're playing Visit the Floating Dojo. An interesting card choice for sure. Take renamed Surging Strike, discarding Winds of Eternity, getting a red Whelming. Yeah, so obviously we're not blocking this if they have Murga. How many searching lines do they have in Grave? They're blocked with 2 Lord of Winds. So we're just not scared of this in the slightest. The only Surging Line in Grave is Lord of Wind. Okay, no blocks, question mark? Yeah. Draw your card, see if I care. We're not going to throw 2 cards at this to stop them drawing a card. They just have an Ancestral. That is definitely okay. We take 5 here. They have 2 floating, so their worst thing is Muga. And if they do Muga, then we just throw 2 cards. We just throw our Out for Blood and Precision Press. Actually, we can just go 1 card hands now, so we can throw Precision Press and run through and just go attack double buff. Like, they're low enough that that's good enough. We don't need a 3rd counter. Pretty deep in the tank here. I'm not sure what for. Maybe just like looking at what's in their deck. Oh no. Alright, we take 5, yeah. Drop to 13, they get to draw a card. We don't really care about this. We can drop to 8, because our turn is just like presenting lethal through blocks. We have a puncture for their mask, like this is just the dream. The Katsu's already triggered, we just take 5, go to 8. Oh, they get a mask draw. I probably should have thought about that. To red one me again. This is a lot of damage. We drop to 4. Again, we're just presenting lethal, like we don't mind all of this nonsense. They've used 2 Ancestrals as well. This is just 2. I can see giving them the... Nothing. Just nothing. No. They're nothing, they're Tunic. If, like... I'm probably getting too greedy. I'm gonna give them the Alpha Blood here. No, they rewind. They want to Karachi. Tunic. Karachi. Sure. If you have reflex, you have reflex. Oh, good on that. And then wins. And we're just going to give them the Alpha Blood. Say okay. Is this just sword? It is just sword. Bitch. And if they block enough for this to be fully blocked, we just get all the tempo. Blocking 6. We're going to play both our reacts. See if they want to give us more cards. At the moment we're giving +4. So 1 more card is kind of unfortunate here. I probably shouldn't have given them the Alpha Blood. Oh well, live and learn. Yeah, we can't do much about that. This is where run through is kind of not great. Because we just have like a bunch of cards that we can't give more than +4. We have 2 floating and 3 cards, so we can't give more than +4. Just kind of awkward. And I run 3 against Katsu's and 3 cards. Pretty smart of them to throw their tunic here. Have we not drawn any sinks? Yeah, we've seen no sinks this whole game. Kind of unfortunate. We have to just eat the Katsu's here, go 1. Like, it's better than throwing a card for 1 damage. Yeah, this is our first CNC, and I haven't seen no sinks, yeah. Oh. Okay, so what combination of blocking 2 cards here forces their whole hand? None? Yeah, right, we just die. The triple out of war turn was actually a lot of damage, and for getting that mask on the turn where we were on 20, 21 or something, 23, actually made it a lot more than I thought. So yeah, it's game 2. We'll ready up and get ready for game 3.